LEVIATAN. Let's see if history will repeat itself here on this first map of Split. Cloud9 are taking complete B main control against King.
That's a great start for LEV.
The defense of LEVIATAN.
Both side by side. The spit's gonna hurt a little bit. You've got the stun coming out as well as King. Looking to find a little bit of space from up top. Dropping Mitch, not able to connect on the second as Cloud9 are getting a little bit of space. They're getting LEVIATAN. Snatch this pistol away. Well, Demon 1 close by. Was a household name in Valorant. He's gonna get an opener. Oxy will fall too. That's the pistol for Lev.
And that's a pistol round 1. Something that LEVIATAN couldn't do at all in their last matchup against
You gotta convert. That's the pressure LEVIATAN are facing here. So far winless in stage 1. Speaking, oh, yeah, it's an eco, but crispy out of Demon 1 so far.
Yeah, confidence kills for sure. I mean, amongst all that utility, he's just sitting in the open. He's getting 4 now. Oxy, he's gonna drop here too to Max. Demon 1 cleans it up. Beautiful hedge on here on the A site. It's a pretty healthy buy from them as well.
Again, a spam kill for Vic. Just like the pistol.
And that's the IGL down as well. That's all the breach utility down now too. So the retake, it's gonna be significantly weaker for the side of LEVIATAN. Cloud9 are in a really good position here in the post plant to close this round out.
I think that good position just got better. Comms using his salvos, doesn't have that to play around. The stun is through as well.
Oh.
Vic getting a little taste of his own medicine. 4v4 still in play. Mitch and Zeppa alongside Net. Trying to do their best to keep them back, and you were trying to flush Net out from main, and it just doesn't work out.
Yeah, it's just damage now for King. Make the economy bad for Cloud9. He's done just that. He's going for more. Net, the armor's gone. I mean,
where they can still flip the map. If they don't like what they see A, they have enough mid control that they could end B. But they're doubling down, they're digging their heels in, they want to end A. And so far, so good for Cloud9. Great response from Rossi though onto Vic. Flashed by a little bit of time, and he's gonna connect on another. Falls at the hands of Oxy.
30 seconds
but now with
left.
2v2, the spike, or excuse me, the op arriving at the scene. And it's quiet on the way out, not taking the bait of the tap now. The second time is confirmed. The op, excuse me, the ult pulled instantly. King in a brutal spot. How do you win this out? You can't.
Sean was talking about
to slip the net.
It's an overcook though. All the members of LEVIATAN are here. They don't have the weaponry though.
They may not have had enough time to let this one settle. You mentioned the lighter guns. Demon wants a first to fall. Tex tries to check the smoke, and he's dispatched. There's just not enough bite behind this bark.
Yeah, the Sheriff just not hitting quite yet. The spacing of Cloud9 on that pivot was the key factor of getting the spike planted so far. And now you're just left in a 2v5 scenario, damage being the only good thing that can come out of this. There's no way you win this round.
No, I think you cut Rossi loose there. He's one off of his ult.
He gets
Secure it into the next, yeah. It's 2 kills found.
He's cooking right now, but Net does take him out.
Out of luxury they had previously.
Yeah, guns utility. That paranoia isn't in play though. And Demon 1.
Yeah, he's gonna try to get out. Rolling Thunder at the ready. Traded back. Rossi doubling down on the swing. The utility's good, but the kills do not connect. Tex is the first to fall. And somehow they've managed to avoid the majority of the brunt of this hit.
And look at all the meanwhile, Comp pushed all the way through A.
30 seconds left.
A horrific whiff.
But that's info gathered, and that's a little bit of time delayed. You've got 20 seconds left. The spike is just now making its way out towards A heaven. Are they gonna pivot
They're
back?
going back again, yeah. Look at Zeppa right now.
Do you have time for this? Big kill out from Zeppa to try to hold the flood back, to be the dam they need.
10 seconds left.
And as the spike settles into the site, Net patiently waiting, looking to identify the right target. A 3v3, members battered and beaten on both sides. Zeppa at the ready though, holding the line. Demon 1 on the trade. Again, 5 HP for the initiator. 19 in between both of them.
Look at this flank, Doug.
Tom's in a really good position. Maybe doesn't connect early in the round, but hits when it matters.
Down. There.
Zeppa's been in off-season form, NRG form, some might say, but this is a borderline unwinnable 1v2. I don't know how he gets his way through this. He's going to do his damage, so Demon 1 getting it to half. The missiles will buy some time. He's going to take it all the way there. Very well.
Having an off day, perhaps. Because once they're online, now you're contenders once more.
A lot of mid-presence and a lot of mid-control from Cloud9. Oxy connecting onto Rossi, almost hitting another. And he does.
It's all left to Demon 1 and Tex here at the B site.
King is so far removed from the play. That flash is going to buy a little bit of time. The paranoia going to connect. An aggro swing up from Tex. But one was left unchecked.
You would imagine at least Vic would go hunting. He's sitting at $3,000 in the bank. That's going to be the Yoru head-to-head.
Oxy will have his...
Fake TP from Oxy onto A, but this stealth drone reclearing the info. And the proactivity.
Here B.
No paranoia online, by the way.
Nope. The spit's already dropped. Tex is flushed out. Demon 1 will join him, unfortunately. And it's all Cloud9.
You imagine he's going to get traded out here. There's no way he gets more than one.
We saw Penkata 1v4 just a moment ago. Not going to be the case this time. He got his one that you promised. Rossi in a brutal spot. He's going to get cleaned up at the hands of Zeppa. Cloud9 get to 5.
Double initiators are going to be flooding in to try to help him out. But if this Viper pit goes down on the actual site...
What a mess.
What did I just witness?
I mean, fully stunned up. Oxy still getting the kill, and yeah, traded back.
But he had the spike, Doug.
Is there any way to help them out? They have a little bit of this heaven control. Zeppa settles the shots onto Calm, claims the kill. Rossi and Demon 1, we've talked about this a few times, and Rossi's on an island. Demon 1 is still on the other side of the map.
It's so messy. And now it's a 2.
He's got to play this perfectly.
I mean, he's done it before.
They've slipped the net. Whoa.
The double walk.
Cloud9, Vic's fake TP. He's been aggro TPing in a garage at the beginning of every round. This time a fake TP and aggression mid and 2 free kills.
Absolutely free. That fault line can't get out in time. And now you can really go anywhere. Layer your utility if you're Cloud9.
Yep.
Make sure you safely get into sight. They want to lean A. Look at the mini-map.
That was that was an ambitious way to approach that kill. But
yeah.
traded back, all good.
I've never seen that. Rossi does get one. How does he do that? It's not going to matter, though.
No, we're seeing a lot of... It does feel like there are a lot of gaps in the defense for LEV. I think you're absolutely right.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, well, man. That's a nice one for the highlight reel.
It's not the Omen presence towards B.
A commitment.
It's heavy A. The kill traded right back. Spike sitting on the ground. As they've been able to deal, or at least weather, some of the early storm from the attack.
Finally, Leviathan getting the 1-up in the trades. That stealth bot being heard makes it so Cloud9 have to go back and push back that A line even further. Otherwise, it's going to be an obvious lean towards B, but Mitch gets taken out because of it.
Big from King. That's going to try to alleviate some of the pressure on the other side of the map. And he will succeed against Demon 1.
That's such a huge 1v1. They know where he is.
Tex has to stay in the pit, though, concerned about where the rest of the members might be.
Great tail missiles used.
Flushed out and killed, and that's going to arrive at the party, but he's going to be a bit late.
Yeah, but they're not sticking it, Doug. He has a chance here.
I mean, you're holding 3. Maybe you stop the defuse, but Calm winning out that duel should secure things. He's going to have his ult online for the next round as well. And a little bit of space here. They've gotten up ramps. There's a lot on the other side of this. There's that first ult invested, trying to flush him out, but Oxy's behind enemy lines! Getting 2! Gone unchecked! Undetected! Now Rossi's going to trade back with a bit of his own. On.
Spike planted.
Rossi's so worried about a lurk from the minimap.
He invested the flash.
It's a speed up.
And now Tex dies. They don't have a paranoia to play around anymore, and Rossi's still halfway across the map. Second smoke to use. Mitch tucking, finding a little bit of corner to play around. A crispy shot out from Demon 1. Still a 2v2 to play around, though. TP invested. Trying to divide the attention of the attack. That's snappy, leaving things in a 1v1. Captains clashing on the site, the last round of the half. Footsteps aplenty, and Rossi has no options to play around. Vic has played this beautifully. Cloud9 get to 8. Rolling with the pack. There's a lot on the other side of that smoke. They have to be careful. Do you face check this? They try. Vic's there to get a first, but calm. A great response, ultimately falling into the missiles. And it's Bedlam. As the round slows down, the spike is scooped up, and Rossi immediately falls, putting it right back down. Ropes would suggest he was coming up mid. He has found a window.
He's done it.
He's found a window, but he's got to hurry up now, and he doesn't realize the trap is in the smoke.
Yeah.
Oxy gets his
50-50 if Tex. If Tex can get that kill against Oxy, maybe you have an opening to go back towards A site, but no. LEVIATAN trying to get quick B main information. All off a contact of a jiggle. Here we go. What an opener.
It's Tex. He's usually good for it. Stuns and missiles delivered. Payload not connecting. And the judge has arrived. That spit's going to cause some problems, flush him out of the corner, force them into the fights. And it's fights that Cloud9 will gladly take.
Decoy.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of conversation. We talked about it at the beginning of the show, Dre, about who really are this LEV team, right? Because you look at their losses, and again, 2 losses, I believe, against MIBR. Yeah, 2 losses against MIBR, and then a loss to G2, who just came in 2nd place at Bangkok. So you look at that and you go, okay, they've lost, yes.
16 and 10.
Wise with her money. Big swing out from King, though.
Spike down, B.
And that tit for tat, that once.
Yeah, the flank could come in and actually...
King's close by, but Rossi's looking the wrong way. It's a lot on his shoulders. The paranoia in his face, tries to spam and connect. 3 found for King. Disaster averted.
So much utility used on the site. Vic avoiding all of it.
You've got Mitch close by, though. Net? What?
He's pushed all the way up at A here. How many can he get, though?
And
is he going to get traded out quickly?
He does have a TP set up. He can get his one and then get out. Beautifully done.
So sick. Still 3 members of Cloud9 so far away. The Omen ult to rotate in, though.
But they have the advantage. Oxy, if he gets any, was icing on the cake. Ultimately cannot. But Vic does. A 4v2 reinforcement starting to arrive. The spike still not planted and time running out. They all crumble as Cloud. Mitch will manage to get out and immediately fell back in behind it. He's ahead of this timing. The smoke is going to keep him back, but he's in a position to make a play. Pops out, gets his one, falls, but Ned is way more successful.
Spike down, B.
It's a slaughter again. Mitch filled right back in behind it. I mean, he was chasing the thing down just to get into an aggressive position so he can get a timing on that fight. That was gorgeous by Cloud through B main as well, so all attention drawn this way. Investments aplenty. He ulted on the other side of this. You should be able to find 2 stun members. Yeah, the spam through the smoke connects onto Mitch. And finally, a little bit of breathing room for Lev.
King getting a 2nd to the round as well, sitting down the operator of Oxy. And I would imagine this is going to be a hard save. At least one person getting that operator, bringing it into the next round. But wait a second.
I don't know that you save. You all have over 4,000 credits. Go take the fight.
It's all falling apart right now.
Let Vic be the dagger. Zeppa and Net still stand. And they're starting to creep forward. King will fall. Assassination style. Tex on the trade. A 1v2 from Zeppa to close out the map.
He's done it so many times this year alone.
Time is short, though. He's going to have to deal with the smoke. Tex waiting on the other side, and as the spike ticks away, options run out. Is he going to have enough time for the defuse? No. Yeah, the fake TPs that he was doing on the first half, now doing it on the second half to suggest that he's taking it. Meanwhile, King is taking the fight to Zeppa's doorstep. It's a lot of pressure for Net. Somehow staying alive.
Too much utility used right there. Zeppa. Stuns are real this time around. And it's a freeze to the round, but proactivity from the side of Cloud9, wanting to even numbers. Rossi, be careful, buddy.
Crispy shots on the first. Nicely done, but traded back. Still the advantage, though, for Lev. They're going to rotate back towards B, and there's no info that they have there. I mean, you can maybe assume that Mitch is given the space back, but he just got a kill onto Rossi here.
Yeah, you just have to play the numbers game at this point. That's what LEVIATAN are going for. Mitch, He's gonna have to come up huge for Cloud9, but Demon1 absolutely drops him.
And so Cloud9 are still in a spot where they can take a step back. They still have utility to play around this net in a really big spot. That's a flash on the other side. He still gets a kill. Dinks onto the second.
There's that Omen ult I was talking about to regroup with the squad, but Leviathan, the time is running low, Doug. They need to be careful.
There are only 2 members here, though, and one of them just got flushed out. Vic will join him, and now this side is theirs.
Wow. What a great call from whoever it was on the side of LEV, whether it was Rossi or Com, to flush out that little corner, get a free kill of utility. It's something that...
A lot of noise made, eh?
So much utility.
Missiles, fakes, TPs, paranoias, and that might be the cue. Mitch getting the opener onto King. Big trade back from Com, though. How much more can they get here? Tex is going to fall. They forget about the ults. They're just going to frag their way through this. Zeppa holding the line from heaven. Falls to Rossi, who's now going to have to fix...
GL of Cloud9 up against 3. If he wins this...
That's a big if.
But how crazy would it be?
Committing to getting the spike down. He might get the plan off. He will. The stun to buy a little bit of time. Shut.
Oh my God, he almost did it, Doug.
Not even close. Not even close. Mitch will get of that defensive aggression right off the bat towards B. Look at this crunch. Oh, the drone's not going to catch anything. Oxy finds a perfect time window to strike.
Talk about aggression. Mitch, he does get seen by Com here.
Doubling down. He's going to try to flush out. Someone's waiting on the other side again. Oxy on the peak. Falls. But Mitch
Up off a cat. I mean, they know.
You've got to be concerned of what's happening behind you. There's no way you let your guard down. And that's exactly what happens. Vic, a couple to the back of the head. Puts one between Tex's eyes. They know where Zeppa is. And he's glad to take that fight.
He gonna be able to show that mechanical talent that we saw in Tier 2 Valorant. Experience is all that he needed.
Spike down.
Great shot up from Oxy, waiting for the second swing.
Look at the disrespect. I mean, he lets the Sova dart scan him in full, and he doesn't move.
And he gets a kill onto Com and gets out the entire time.
Yes. You're forced to use extra utility because right now you even heard Hitupata talk about
30
it.
seconds left. One enemy
They're
remaining.
scared. Leviathan are scared. And still have some utility at A for their teammates of whoever's playing there. This time around, look, full deadlock utility with so much to deal with. He doesn't know what's behind B main right now.
Cape giving away some of the aggression. Oxy swings back around to finish it up. And if they try to go in through tree, which is what it seems like LEV are going to try to do, you still have all this utility to deal with.
So much delay, and you're getting wrapped by Oxy and Spawn right now.
They play at a different speed. They play at a different pace. And so far, it seems like it's too much for LEV to deal with.
30 seconds left.
I mean, they still haven't made it out. Now, finally, Zeppa's going to get involved in the play.
And the wrap.
Oh, boy. So he knows that mid threat is not there. Dart cleared. Calm from net. On the swing.
Spike down A.
Yep.
One enemy
Just
remaining.
looks so easy.
Part of the issue here for LEV is I don't know how they solve dealing with all this utility.
You have to try to bait out more of it. They did a good job of baiting the Vice Wall. He's going to take a pop shot towards Cat first. I feel like B main is where you'll find success with that op, but it's a set play from Cloud9.
And there's no room for the op to get any space. The flash on the
Map.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
King still has the attack op in his hands, though.
And he's got 31 HP. And they have to use so much utility to clear out what they think is on the other side that's a telltale sign of where they're headed. And net is the greeting party
Of Leviathan. And more aggression outside of B. They're trying to bully Tex here on the extremity.
And they will succeed. I think there's been much that has been said around the double Senti utility and how miserable it feels to play around, but a couple more eco frags cleaned up for Cloud9, but I do think you're right, as Demon1 gets 2 of them. Vic gets the last, another round for Cloud9.
Well, when he started popping off on split.
This is tough. It is a desperately needed round for LEV. And Tex already falls. They're going to try to slam their head into the door. There's a little bit of control across the middle of the map. King's able to alleviate some of that pressure and clean up Mitch. Rossi joins in on the fun, but there's a lot of presence on the other side. Net playing from behind the wall. Trying to connect onto both, but they're both flashed up. They can't see a thing.
It's mine. Now.
You know the wall is there.
Okay.
Triggered, but again, B main is taken away. Tex is wise too. It knows it's there, but can't win the fight.
Tex, it's just not his day. But that just doesn't hit the mark. You saw what he was going for. If it hits on top of the box, Calm is crouched.
Still tries to get out. Really nice flash.
Player standing.
And Demon 1 is still the last one standing.
He was walled off from the start of that hit.
Join the fray, and they still have all the utility. They've got the wall, the thorns, the sensors, the flash, everything. Oxy, up close and personal. Tex winning that duel out, but do you expect Mitch there, spamming through the smoke, not able to connect? Zeppa getting 3 on the round, but Tex doing the same. Vic on the swing. Tex requires 4 as Lev final.
A good cage as well, understanding that there may be somebody at the other end because the audio cue now. A bait out of that vice wall in mid, and Tex, Doug, he finally did it.
I thought he was dead.
He won a 1v1 on the extremity.
Aggro smoke. Yeah, Mitch hasn't been cleared out. You've got Zeppa close by. And Zeppa not able to settle the shots. Gets his 1. But a 3v2 now for the attack that's instantly equalized. Net gets his, tries to get away. It's all on to Vic now.
He hears the footsteps.
He's in the right place. Still has utility, has his 2 smokes. Wants to take the fight, so he's gonna get ones. He's gonna
Position. There's 3 members here from the side of Cloud9. A dart is gonna be shot. Will there be spam kills?
The flash is out. Vic gets his 2. He's already got 13,000 kills on the half. And he just continues to light it up.
Look at him.
Enemy remaining. Flawless.
Flawless round win.
It's all the way back B main.
This is as free as B has ever been for the side of LEVIATAN, but he's just too good. Oxy.
King getting his 2 though, that's big. And you've still got Vic who's alive, and that has been a problem for Lev. Spike picked up. Oh, Vic too far, too aggressive.
Everyone hiding.
30
Little
seconds
too
left.
crazy. Now, Neural Theft making it known that B site is free for the taking.
Note that Calm has his ult.
Zeppa also has his ult though.
Yeah, and they're all funneled in. Oh, but it's only going to connect onto 1, I believe. It's only hitting Tex. He pushes forward into his death. Remember, the guns are still up on the other side, so it's going to be a straight-up 2v2. Calm with 2 shocks to play with. Demon 1 with his paranoia, but no health to speak of. Zeppa gets the last, and that's another round for Cloud9.
11-1 half in the.
They've already been more methodical about clearing util in the pistol than Lev were for most of the half.
That's a great shout. Demon 1 just gets overwhelmed. The pressure from A main and Cat is too much.
He was trying to alleviate some of that with a flash, but as you were saying, overwhelmed. That's okay. That's clean up from King. Delays a ton of time. And that spike has been taken for a little bit here. Zeppa playing on the other side of the smoke, waiting for the right time to swing, and he finds it. Drops Calm, never had a chance to fight back. And that was the desperately needed pistol.
They have to play against MIBR next. A chance at redemption. Losing to them in kickoff, right?
Cloud9 looking to put the finishing touches on this slaughter. Demon 1 punching back though, as the rest of Lev does.
Time to jump.
And you blink and you miss it. Oxy's on the site by himself, tries to get to the spike, runs right at Calm, okay.
Time to jump.
And he's gotten it down to a 1v2. This would be a brutal way for this to end. Oxy gives some of the space up, spots 1, swings onto the other, and Rossi gets the kill.
I mean, and look at the stark difference in the defensive setups though with the trips and whatnot. Towards the A site specifically, they're so far back.
Demon 1 trying to turn the flash, will succeed. Gets a kill onto Oxy, but it's just there to trade.
Enemy remaining.
And the pistols go down with a whimper.
A.
Right here.
Yeah, Net being seen as well. He's gonna get faced by multiple players pushing out a Cat and A main. But this trip setup towards the A site specifically for LEVIATAN, if they use setups like this on an actual gun round and Cloud9 decide to face them there, it might be dangerous. Out of utility here
Yeah.
from the side of LEVIATAN. Their A is so weak. Stark contrast to Cloud9. They know 2 players are in this A main.
Couple of kills found for Lev, but of course traded right back. The paranoia through, and Demon One's gonna try to TP away. Succeeds. But that leaves A open.
And are you ready for Oxy pushed all the way up into heaven?
Portal closed.
No, they're not. They have no idea. He spots his one, but maybe did.
Well set up. Zeppa being the guarantee on catwalk.
The safety valve, if you will. King will fall. Demon One, of course, on his own. Spam through the smoke, and if it's Vic, who else but Vic to get the last kill of the half?